The disappearance in the Chihuahuan Desert. In March 1994, a couple vanished in the Chihuahuan Desert. 13 years later, in March 2007, tourists stumbled upon a horrifying discovery: the skeletal remains of a human body tied to a massive cactus, the bones punctured and pierced by countless spines. Nearby lay a faded pink blouse, stained with dried blood. Abandoned on the scorching sand, the body was soon identified as belonging to a woman who had gone missing in 1994. She had been pregnant at the time. The couple had disappeared during a private trip to Mexico's desert. The woman was 46, her husband 54. Police searched for months, but found nothing. The case was forgotten. But the desert does not forget. For 13 long years, it held its secrets beneath the blistering sun, until the day the truth surfaced, far more cruel and shocking than anyone could have imagined. This is the true story of a crime no one thought could ever be solved, a story that tore apart a family forever. The beginning, in March 1994, the desert shimmered under the blazing sun. Ethan Morrison, 54, held the hand of Alice Peterson, 46, as they walked back toward their car along a dusty trail. They had planned this trip to celebrate Alice's pregnancy. At her age, becoming a mother felt like a miracle after years of struggle and treatment. The couple left Tucson on the morning of March 15th, driving toward a small town where they had booked a rustic hotel for 3 nights. Ethan, a retired engineer from Phoenix, had carefully mapped out their route. Alice, an art teacher, radiated joy. Their last known contact came around 2:30 p.m. when Ethan called his brother in Phoenix. He told him they were safe, enjoying the breathtaking landscapes. The call abruptly cut off. When his brother tried to call back, the line was dead. Service was gone. The Morrisons were never seen alive again. The search authorities launched a desperate hunt across the desert. Their car was later discovered abandoned miles from the nearest town, keys still in the ignition, doors unlocked. There were no signs of a struggle inside, but faint footprints led away from the vehicle 2 sets, side by side, before vanishing into shifting dunes. For weeks, helicopters scanned the endless stretches of sand. Search teams scoured ravines, caves, and dry riverbeds. But the desert swallowed all traces. The case went cold. The discovery 13 years later, in March 2007, a group of hikers wandered deep into the desert near an isolated canyon. One of them screamed. There, lashed against a towering cactus with rusted wire, was the skeleton of a woman. Her bones were twisted unnaturally, many of them punctured by thick cactus spines. The skull tilted forward, as if staring at the barren sand. Beneath her lay a tattered pink blouse, soaked long ago in blood and baked dry by the sun. Dental records confirmed the identity: Alice Peterson. But Ethan was nowhere to be found. The truth emerged as investigators reopened the case. Slowly, a theory formed. Evidence suggested the couple may have been ambushed, likely by someone who knew the desert well. Robbery was possible, but Alice's jewelry was still found near the site. Then came the darker possibility: Ethan himself. Had he snapped under the pressure of the heat, the isolation, and the burden of a late-in-life pregnancy? Witnesses later came forward saying they saw a man matching Ethan's description wandering alone near a border town days after the disappearance, confused, sunburned, muttering incoherently. But no trace of Ethan was ever officially found. Some believe he was murdered too, his body lost forever in the desert's vast expanse. Others whisper that he survived, carrying the guilt of a crime he could never confess. The unanswered questions: why was Alice tied to the cactus? Was it a ritual, a punishment, or an act of pure sadism? Why did it take 13 years for her body to be found when she had been left in plain sight? The desert keeps its secrets, and maybe it always will. To this day, the disappearance of Ethan Morrison and Alice Peterson remains one of the most chilling unsolved cases in the history of the Chihuahuan Desert.